Where you should live in Lexington, North Carolina really depends. And it really depends on your lifestyle and how much you want to spend. Do you want a big house on a lot of property? Or are you looking for more of a typical suburban type neighborhood with that sense of community? Lexington, North Carolina has a lot to offer and can deliver a big bang for your buck when compared to other areas of the country. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of all the areas of Lexington. Make sure you stay tuned until the end so you don't miss anything. Hi, I am Kristen Brown, and I'm a realtor with eXp Realty. I get calls, texts, or emails every day from people who are either moving here or relocating here, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you, make sure you do two things. Number one, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. That way you're notified the next time I put out a video. Number two, call, text, or email me if you're thinking about moving here or relocating here. I love helping people make the transition and being your go-to realtor in Lexington, North Carolina. First, let's look at the map. And on the map, you can see that there's an outline around what is Lexington. So you have the city of Lexington, and then you have the parts of Lexington that are in the county. And in the county part, it's going to be either more of a suburban or semi-rural or a rural kind of feel. Whereas if you're in the city part of Lexington, then that's going to be like just a city part. Lexington is about an hour north of Charlotte. It's about a half an hour south of Winston-Salem, about 35 minutes southwest of Greensboro. We're about 2 hours from the mountains and a little over 2 hours to the ocean. So that's one of the things that I love about the Triad, this particular area of North Carolina, because you can get to the mountains when you want to go there. And then same with the beach. You can just hop in your car and drive over there as well. And then we also have Charlotte, and then we have Raleigh. Raleigh's a little bit further, but we can still make it there in one day in the morning and then come back in the afternoon. Just the other day, we were able to get up into the mountains, and we were looking at some land to potentially buy. And we left really early in the morning, probably around 8 in the morning. We were there by a little after 10. We went and checked out the land, and then we had some lunch. We did a hike right off of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and then hopped back in the car, and we were home before dark. And it was just an awesome day to be able to just go up into the mountains like that and then turn around and come home. So our first stop is going to be neighborhoods that are in the downtown area. So let's take a look. In the downtown area, you have historic homes. You also have single-family homes that are a little bit older. There are very few townhouses that are in downtown and a couple of apartment buildings. Some of the homes have been really well kept up over the years. Some are being rehabbed right now, and some are waiting to be rehabbed. Also in the downtown area, you have some restaurants. You also have some shops. There's the Goose and Monkey Brewery. We also have an amphitheater, and the farmers market is in the downtown area. We also have gyms, a skateboarding park, and an aquatic park. Every year, Lexington puts on its annual Lexington barbecue for its Lexington style barbecue. We had the chance to go last year for the first time, and it was interesting. There were quite a few people there. They also had like a classic car show, and then they had all things Lexington barbecue. And I've been to barbecue festivals before, like I had gone to one years ago in a town called Tryon, North Carolina, which is down by Asheville. And that's basically what I was expecting. So I was expecting to have different types of barbecue, have different flavors of barbecue. And with my experience at the Lexington barbecue, I didn't experience that. It was just Lexington barbecue. Comment below if you've heard of the Lexington barbecue or if you've been to the annual Lexington barbecue. Next up is the country club lifestyle. So in Lexington, we have two golf clubs. There's the Lexington Country Club and Sapona Country Club. Lexington Country Club is closer to the downtown, and Sapona is a little bit west of downtown. So in both of these country clubs, you're going to have more of a larger estate home. You don't have to become a golf member in order to live at one of those country clubs. So maybe the country club lifestyle is for you. On the way to Boone's Cave Park, out in Churchland, there's a new development or a new subdivision called Boone's Village. And Boone's Village is one-story as well as two-story homes that are new construction that are on about a half an acre, maybe a little bit more, but like more or less around half an acre. And out towards that area is something called Boone's Cave Park. So if you don't feel like going up to Pilot Mountain, which is a hiking place, or over to Hanging Rock, which is another place to go hiking, or even over to the mountains, Boone's Cave Park might be a good option because it does have hiking trails that are anywhere from beginner or that are kind of easy up to difficult. And this morning, for example, we decided to go over and do a hike at Boone's Cave Park, and it was a really good workout, and it only took us a few minutes to get over there. Now at Boone's Cave Park, they also have a playground for the kids. You can also do camping if you choose to, tent camping. You can see where Daniel Boone's cave is. It's right on the Yadkin River, and it's a really nice family place to go to and do some hiking. You can also do some frisbee golf playing. The only thing about Boone's Cave Park when you're out in the trails, because they are pretty heavily wooded and it's really shady, is you need to bring bug spray. And we didn't bring bug spray, and the gnats I had my sunglasses on, and the gnats kept trying to fly like under my sunglasses to get in my eyes. And I don't know why gnats like to do that, but it was really annoying. But with it being so shady and being that it's summer right now, it was nice to be in the shaded area because at least we could still get out and do a hike, and we weren't in the sweltering heat. So Boone's Cave Park is a good option if you don't feel like getting in the car and traveling to Pilot Mountain, which is north of Winston-Salem, or even Hanging Rock. Those will be about an hour away from Lexington, depending on where you are in Lexington. Next up on the list is the Tyro and Welcome area. And Tyro is a little bit west of downtown Lexington, and Welcome is a little bit north of downtown Lexington. So in these two areas, you have quite a few wine vineyards. You have Childress, you also have Current Alexander, Native Vines, Weather Vane, Junius Lindsay, and the Grape Escape. And a couple years ago, my sister came to visit and trying to figure out what I was going to do to entertain her. And I said, hey, we have all of these wine vineyards that are right near my house. How about we go check these out and sample some wine? She said, yeah, that sounds great. So we went and did our own little wine tour, and I felt like we were like in Napa, California or something. So we're driving around to the different wine vineyards, and they're all pretty close together. So it wasn't like a really long drive. And it was just really cool to be able to sample the different types of wines that these vineyards have. And they're actually really, really good. I was really pleasantly surprised. Also over in Welcome, you have the Richard Childress Racing Museum, and that's the same Childress who has the vineyard. So in the Tyro area, there is a Food Lion. There's also a barbecue restaurant, a Chinese restaurant. The middle school and high school are right next door to each other, a couple of churches, and of course, the barbecue restaurant. Did I say barbecue restaurant? There's pretty much a barbecue restaurant in every area of Lexington, whether it be Tyro, Welcome, down near Cotton Grove. So over closer to Welcome, there are 3 new subdivisions. One's called Dolcetto, another one is called Mila's Place, and the other one is called Raven Ridge. All of these subdivisions have 1 and 2-story homes, except Mila's Place. Mila's Place is only 1 story. Are you still not sure what area is best for you? The only way I can truly help you is you got to reach out to me. Houses are still selling really quickly here. So it's really important to schedule a one-to-one video call with me where you'll tell me your wants and needs, and I will know exactly which area of Lexington will work for you. That way I can start to go to work immediately for you. So pause that screen and take down my phone number and email address. So that way you're not scrambling to find it again. Next up on the list is High Rock Lake. High Rock Lake is south of Lexington, and it's the second largest lake in North Carolina. High Rock Lake offers year-round boating, fishing, and hiking. And they do have a hiking trail that's over near Salisbury. It's called Eagle Point, and they're only open on the weekends as of right now. So it would be a good idea just to check the website or check the information and make sure that they're open if you do decide to hike over there. And what's really nice if you hike with your dog like we do, our dog Alex liked to be able to get in the water in the summer. I think he might have had like a little bit of lab in him. And at Eagle Point, there is a place where dogs can get in and kind of paddle around. Also at High Rock Lake, they do have public beach access. Let's take a tour of some of the houses that are near High Rock Lake. Also at High Rock Lake, they do bass fishing, or they have a bass fishing tournament. And I've never been to it, but I've heard a lot about it. And one thing I noticed that's really nice at High Rock Lake is that if you do have a boat and you trailer your boat, there are various places or boat ramps that you can put your boat in and it doesn't cost you anything. When we were living down in Naples, Florida, my brother-in-law had a boat, and we would go out with him pretty often, and we would go to the public boat ramp, and you would have to pay a certain fee to be able to launch your boat into the water. So that was a little bit annoying. There are a variety of homes at High Rock Lake. So you'll find everything there from a single wide home, a single wide trailer home, to an estate home. On the east side of downtown, or the eastern side of Lexington, that's more of a semi-rural kind of rural feel. And out that way, there is a wakeboard park. There's also Davidson Davie Community College. There's City Lake Park, and then Lake Tomalex. You can go fishing and kayaking, and it does have a semi-rural type of feel. And last on the list is Arcadia. So this area of Lexington is going to be closer to Winston-Salem. There are homes of all shapes and sizes. Mostly this area has a country feel. Most of the houses also have some acreage, so they're going to be on public water, but they're going to be on septic. However, there is one community in the Arcadia area that is still under construction. It's called Bryson Park. And with Bryson Park, this is going to give you more of a community kind of suburban type of feel because the houses will be closer together. It's going to be a smaller lot size. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Like I mentioned before, the only way for me to truly help you is for you to reach out. Here's my information again, in case you didn't pause the video last time. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I got you covered when moving to the Triad area of North Carolina. Until the next video, I'll catch you later.